Hope we're on. Hope it's working. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. Today is August 12th. Oh, come on. Please work. Please work. Come on. Hey, everyone. It's Brian again. I think my live stream just rebooted or something. Can you guys hear me okay? This is my 30-second live stream. And my picture with Rick and Carl looks very blurry. It doesn't matter. Hey, can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. Let's read some of your guys' replies. All right, Epic said at the beginning, "Hey Brian, how you doing, bro?" And I said, "Hey man, good, tired, and hungry." Yeah, that's funny. Oh, Epic says I can hear you, and thank you. And Meg Matt says, "What's up, bro?" Hey Matt, not much. I just came from work, and it was an all-day shift, so yeah, I'm a little bit tired. But I'm good. I mean, for the most part. It took me forever to finally reboot this live stream. I don't know what in the world happened. That was so weird with the live stream. It was like I was doing two live streams at once. Oh boy, I don't know what's up with this, but God, oh my gosh, it was terrible. But at least I finally got it working. So yeah, these live streams give me a major headache. Not doing them, just getting them started. Like I love technology, but man, do I hate it too. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, guys, I've had a busy week. I've worked all day, every day for the past 3 days in a row, so I'm a little tired. But I'm good. I rewatched Too Far Gone, and I'm sure that's what you guys want to discuss. So yeah, without further ado, let us get on with the throwback review. Epic says, "Hey Brian," from the beginning. "Hey Brian, next you should do a throwback live stream on season 1, episode 1, Days Gone By." That's a very good suggestion, Epic. Thank you so much. You know what? Yeah, if everyone wants to see that, I will do it. Just so I can get like a majority vote. Just so if it's something everyone wants to see. But yeah, man, the very first episode, definitely that is a good one. I mean, it's not in my top 10 list as far as best episodes of The Walking Dead, but it is such an iconic episode. You know what I mean? So I definitely will consider that epic. Thank you. Yeah, Matt came earlier, so did Dan, and you guys are saying hi to each other. Let's see where we are. Double premiere. Oh yeah, because after the finale of or episode 16 of season 10, we're gonna get the premiere of World Beyond. So yeah, let's see where you guys are. Oh, Epic says, "Hey guys, as great as this episode was, only death I had an issue with was with the governor." Huh. Hmm. Um. Why is that, Epic? Let me know. Dan says, "Yeah, it's really good. I'm definitely gonna watch episode 4 and 5 really soon." Uh. Oh wait, what do you? You guys are talking about something else. Oh no, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. You guys are talking about survival of the fittest. Yeah, and I remember Ross Markbird, the guy who plays Aaron. The fact that he did a shout out to Dan and Megamat with survival of the fittest. That is just crazy. I cannot believe that. I mean, I do believe that. That is just awesome. So yeah, you guys are talking about survival of the fittest. I haven't seen it, so I'll just keep going. Um, okay. Let's see. Okay, where are we? Yeah, Epic, you asked what's wrong. Like I said, I had serious issues with my computer. I don't know what happened. You know, just the Streamlabs wouldn't open. I don't know what was going on with it. Man, I hate this. Well, that's weird. Why was this message retracted? Hold on, maybe I can view it. Put you no no no. How do I view the message? Man, they really got to make one. Dan says technology can be horrible. Absolutely, Dan. Like it just this is a brand new computer. You know what I mean? Like, and I barely use it. You know what I mean? I keep it nice, clean, dust free, and I use it a couple times a week. And I mostly only do it for live streams. And the fact that it just glitches on me with the live streams, I mean, just oh boy. I mean, I paid like $300 something for it. I mean, just come on, work. Dan says, I love to see that. I'm guessing you're talking about Days Gone By. Yeah, if everyone wants to see that, I should definitely go back to Days Gone By. Epic says, I just didn't like how Michonne stabbed him, then ran off kind of out of character for her. Yeah, that was a little bit weird. I'll admit, Epic. They should have had it where I guess they wanted to redo that scene from the comic, which is just Rick and Carl walking away from the prison. But then again, it's like, well, where did Michonne go? You know what I mean? The characters split up in this episode. That is a bit of an issue. But this was a fantastic episode. I don't remember where I rated it on my list. It's probably in like, I think it was like number 8 or something, but in my top 10 list for best episodes of The Walking Dead, I mean, just absolutely crazy episode. So like, some part of me wonders if they should have done more deaths. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the death of Herschel and the governor, pretty much? Do you think that like they should have had more deaths? Because I would say that they should have, but they kind of couldn't have. I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Just because we didn't have that many characters. So like in the comics, they killed off like 6 to 8 people in Rick's group, big characters, and the show it was only like one. So they kind of toned it down a little bit in the show, but it was still very good. All right, let's see. Dan says, "Yeah, that shadow was crazy." Absolutely, Dan. I mean, it was so awesome. I mean, man, I would love to meet Ross in real life. He seems such like an awesome guy. It's nice that just because they're celebrities that they don't think they're too good for a fan base like us. You know what I mean? Like a small community. You know what I mean? Like we are. I feel like we're the true Walking Dead fan base. We are appropriate. We are, tolerant of others. We know that it's a fictional world. We don't send death threats. That's a type of fan base that deserves respect. You all deserve respect. You don't go around trolling or sending death threats. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Let's see. Matt says, really hoping Jeffrey Dean Morgan will give a shout out. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be really awesome, Matt. Then it's like, oh man, then it's gonna be like Norman Reedus and then Andrew Lincoln. The list will keep going, but yeah, you should definitely set your sights high because yeah, keep this going, man. If you can get if you guys can get more actors to give a shout out, I mean, yeah, that'd be crazy. You get like so much more attention. Let's see. Dan says, I freaked out if we get that. Yeah, I hope so, Dan. That would be awesome. Matt says he's my favorite member of the cast. Epic says, my opinion, his death in the comic was better. Um, I mean, it works both ways, Epic. In the comic, we all know what happened. Lily, you guys know Lily. She found out that she killed Lori and Judith, a mother and her child, and freaked out on the governor. And when his back was turned, looking at the walkers coming, she shot him in the head, kicked him in, and then the walkers ate his body. So, I mean, it kind of works. I don't know. I think the comic version was more shocking, but the TV version was just better. Like the music, just all of that. Let's see. Epic. There were some problems I had with this episode. I will say that. But this was still a fantastic episode. The problems I had with it, the nitpicks are kind of minor, I suppose. Let's see. Dan says Negan is the best. Yeah. Glenn was the best, but yeah. Dan says Herschel's death was great in my opinion, but yeah, we needed more. Yeah, that's a good question, Dan. Who do you think we could have gotten rid of in the show during this timeline? Because they couldn't have killed off Bob because he had to get Dale's death. They couldn't kill off Maggie. Maybe they could have killed off Beth or, or I don't know. Like, I mean, in the comic, they killed off Judith, but obviously now, Judith is great. But I'm just saying, like, back then, they could have killed off, as far as, like, who do you guys say right now? No, going back in time, who would you say in this episode was the most expendable? Because I kind of feel like Beth and Judith might have been... in a way, they could have died. I really thought they were going to die in this episode. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see. Matt says, we are Negan. And Dan says, I'm Negan. I will never say I'm Negan. And that doesn't count. But, yeah. Dan says, yeah, we're all great fans. Yeah, absolutely, Dan. I'm glad I'm glad like we have such a great, following, a community, because, you know, I just know we're all great guys. We have content that people want to see, but that's not just it. We're honest with each other, and, about The Walking Dead. And, like I said, we don't send death threats. We're very mature. Let's see. Dan says, I honestly like Michonne killing the governor better, to be honest. I mean, she caused his death, but technically it was still Lily that killed him. Lily finished off the governor by shooting him in the head, but the fact that Michonne did still stab him, that was good. Hey, Wasteland World, point zero 0.03. Just got this stream recommended. Hello, anyone. Hey, Wasteland World. It's nice to meet you. I'm Brian Akeem. I am a fellow small-time Walking Dead YouTuber, and these are my friends, Epic, Megamat, and Dan, and they're all great guys, and every week or so we try to do some live streams. I'm doing a throwback review on Too Far Gone, the season 4 mid-season finale. And yeah, so if you have any questions, just any comments or questions, just please just put them in the chat, and I'll read it out and give my thoughts on it. So thank you for coming. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's see. Epic says, Herschel, his death was perfect. It's the death that made me fall in love with the show. Yeah, I agree. Herschel's death was just so well done, and just, man, it's so sad too. Like the fact that it was for Herschel, such a good character, such a good man. He was like, okay, like you guys, I'm sure you have watched Avatar. Like Herschel was the Uncle Iroh of the show, and they just killed him off, and I'm just like, oh man, that just hurts so much. You guys are saying hello to each other. Dan says, nice to see someone new. Yeah, it is nice to see. It is nice to see, Dan. It's not just the channel is growing, because one of the things I like about seeing new people is I just want to give them a chance to have some attention on the streams, because I watch. I don't know if you guys watch Walking Dead Now. He is another Walking Dead YouTuber. He does live streams actually every night. But unfortunately, he misses most of my comments, because he does most of what he does is like he takes comments from Instagram and all this. But he does interview the cast, some of them. Like he interviewed the actress for Tamila. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you guys have seen them, but yeah, if you want to go in the stream, you can. It's just that he doesn't always read your comments and questions. And that's kind of what I want to do different from, okay, so like Super Entertainment Videos does, he reads, the chats as well. He's a good Walking Dead YouTuber as well. But like Ronnie Hayes from Makeup Pack Presents, he misses a lot of them. And I kind of don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to miss a single question or comment you guys have about The Walking Dead. Like, I want to give you all of you guys attention. You know what I mean? Let's see. Matt says, sup man, welcome to the stream. Wasteland, you say, yep, this was recommended to me. Oh, that's cool. I wonder how, that's cool, Wasteland. I wonder how it was recommended. Because I still don't know how that works, you know what I mean? Because I never get recommended live streams. Let's see, you guys think it's cool. Epic says, I just feel like it was out of character for her, because early on in season 4, she was hunting him, and in the end, she didn't. Do you mean that she didn't finish him off? Like, I'm not sure. I think he was still, I guess you can say Michonne wanted to see the walkers. They should have shown a scene where, after Michonne stabbed the governor, she was looking and the walkers are like, 20 feet away or something. So she just walks away. I guess they could have done that. Wasteland says, nice to meet you, too, man. Yeah. I hope you can, let's see. I'm not sure. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know how long you can stay, Wasteland, but my live stream. I'm gonna try and go an hour and 40 minutes for you guys, a normal average live stream. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy. Let's see. Dan says, by the way, cool channel name. Yeah, that is a cool channel name. Wasteland World .03. That is cool. I wonder if it was just made up, or if that's from a game or a show or something. Let's see. Matt's, yeah, you guys think it's cool. Dan says Herschel was amazing. Yeah, he was. Man, such a good, such an honest, pure person in the world of The Walking Dead. There's so few of them, you know what I mean? Like innocent characters, or like, pure good characters, you know what I mean? Like Herschel, Mika, Olivia, like we hardly get those characters like that just have good in them, you know what I mean? Let's see. Matt says, "Wait a sec. I have seen you before. You're the guy doing the Wasteland World show." Huh, I never heard of that. Wasteland says, "Not a big Glenn fan." How could you? Blasphemy. I'm just kidding. Um, okay, I mean, well, not 100%. I mean, Glenn was. I mean, uh, it's your opinion. I respect that, but yeah. I mean, Glenn, like he was great, man. I actually made a list of the top 10 best characters in the Walking Dead franchise, and Glenn is number one. Like TV Glenn is number one, the best character in all of the Walking Dead properties. Like I actually put him there, and I explain, why I put him there, and a lot of people, kind of agree with me. Let's see. Epic says yes, and Dan says what? Glenn is amazing. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what's not okay? Glenn made a few mistakes, but still, Glenn was awesome. Wasteland World says, "Yeah, man, Glenn is very annoying." Um, well, I mean, I don't agree with that, Wasteland, but I mean, if you say Glenn was annoying, what was he annoying about? You know what I mean? Let's see. Dan says, "Do you like Negan?" Yeah, I guess you guys are asking each other. I do not. Okay, I like Negan, but I don't love him. You know what I mean? Let's see. Or what if I said no? Or what if I said no? I love Negan, but I don't like him. Okay, that's confusing. Okay, I like him, but I still kind of hate him. You know what I mean? Just let's go with that. Wasteland says Negan is so good. Yeah, but Glenn was better. You know what I mean? As far as being a character, I just think Glenn worked so much better for the audience than Negan. Like Negan is, I guess, more entertaining, but Glenn is like more emotional. More heart. Let's see. Matt says Negan's my second favorite character. Wasteland says we are all Negan, and Dan says I'm Negan. Okay. Let's see. Epic says I love this episode because it's amazing how far Judith has come. Absolutely, Epic. That's just crazy. Because I thought Judith was gonna die this episode. Dan says Judith survived in this as well. That's a great change. Um, yeah, I'll admit, Dan, that's a great change. Could they have killed her off? Yeah, that's true. They could have killed off Judith in this episode, but they chose not to, and I'm okay with that. Um, but that's weird. Her the baby carrier, like when Rick and Carl go to it, how come there's blood on it? Like whose blood is that? That's one question I have. Do you guys know the answer to that? Whose blood is on the carrier? Because Rick and Carl, they just assume the worst, that Judith is dead. But it's like, well, it's kind of weird, you know? That would have been a terrible death for Judith. First Lori and then Judith. No, no more killing off Grimes's, like, that just get eaten, like, and nothing left of them. No, that's not how it works in The Walking Dead. Let's see. Um, where is Wasteland says my favorite character is and you say probably Ron. Ron? Yeah, even Dan's like Ron. What? Wasteland you say yeah, he has a great storyline. Oh, Wasteland. I don't think I have seen. Okay, you would. I have not seen a person in my live stream chat before. I don't think I've ever seen anyone like you. You don't like Glenn and you love Ron. My mind is just blown away. I've never met someone like you before, like a Walking Dead YouTuber. You know what I mean? Or another YouTuber who has this opinion. I'm just surprised. Let's see. Um, Dan says Rick has the best story ever, in my opinion. Rick is the best. Uh, yeah, Rick is great. I admit that, Dan. Um, but um, I don't know. Just with Rick, um, I mean, like the show. Look at the show; it still goes on even without him. But he should be on the show. Epic says, but I will say episode 9 after this is a weak mid-season premiere. Yes, Epic, I agree. And Epic, thank you so much for trying to get me back on topic. I will talk about the episode. You guys, please, let's do a throwback on the episode. I want to discuss the episode, you know. But Epic, thank you so much, man, for trying to get me back on it. Because yeah, episode 8, this episode is amazing. Almost everything after it is just bad and slow. You know what I mean? Just the episodes after this are just so weak and like, ugh. Matt says, dude, that trailer for your show was amazing, dude. Oh, I guess you're talking about Wasteland. Wasteland says Rick is very overrated. Um, I think Rick is slightly. I guess okay. I don't disagree with that 100%. I think. I do think that Rick does, unfortunately, a lot of times get too much attention. Um, you know what I mean? Like from other characters, and it would be nice to even it out a little bit. But very overrated. I think he's a little bit. Um, but very. I don't think so. Um, let's see. Dan says completely agree, Epic. And Wasteland, you say thank you, man. Dan says Wasteland is very original. Well, I just figured it'd be easier than saying the whole thing. Matt says that scene when they're talking about the news is crazy, bro. Great scene, Wasteland. Dan says Too Far Gone is way better than season 4B in general. Yeah, Gimple. I don't get it. Gimple should have done a lot more in the second half of season 4. I don't know. He should have brought back the farm. Um, I think he should have introduced Father Gabriel a little earlier, maybe. Um, I don't know, just a little bit more. We definitely needed some more in the second half. Let's see. Wasteland says this episode probably not even in my top 10. Man, Wasteland, you surprise me constantly. Um, we gotta talk more after the stream. Because I don't think I've ever met anyone like you. Like this is not even your top 10. Well, as long as still is not in your top 10. If the Beth episodes, if the episodes that focus on Beth and Tara are not in your top 10, I'll feel good. Like we won't have a problem. I won't be like my mind won't explode. Yeah. Let's move on. Epic says also nothing against Chandler, but his acting in episode 9 was terrible. Um, yeah. I don't think his acting was definitely not the greatest, Epic. I agree. The one in episode 9, I think it was okay. I could talk about Chandler making mistakes with his acting. Parts of season 6 and 7, I think, were the worst for Chandler. Dan says, I honestly feel like Rick gets enough time, but sometimes Daryl gets too much stuff from the comics. Absolutely, Dan. He stole from Abraham, Tyrese, Glenn, Dwight. I mean, he's taken a lot, just enough. Dan says, if the farm was in season 4 B, that'd be amazing. It definitely would have, Dan. I would have loved to see the farm just return for a little bit, at least one episode or something. Yeah, that would have been great. Wasteland says, still is probably my all-time favorite episode. Oh, wow. Wasteland, please don't. Okay, I'm going to move on with the episode because my mind is, oh boy. All right, so okay, so the episode starts out, we have the governor, Philip, and he's talking about the people about taking over the prison. And man, the governor, David Morrissey, he's so persuasive. The way he says it, he's like, these people, they burned down my camp, killed my daughter, and cut my eye, something like that. And he just does it so well. And then he takes Herschel and Michonne captive. And man, the governor, he's just a fantastic villain. Like, I miss him so much. It has been almost 7 years since this episode. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy to me. Um, yeah, I mean, think about this, guys. It's been almost 7 years since this episode premiered. Almost a decade. That's just crazy, man. I remember when I was watching this, I was still in the same house as I am right now. It's just crazy. I've been in this house for like 7 years. Let's see. Okay, so the governor is still talking about his plan to take over the prison. Um, and the group agrees. Tara is the first to join in, but Lily is reluctant. Um, She's asking about Megan, and Lily's not sure about the governor anymore. Philip, I guess, and then so we have the governor in the RV with Michonne and Herschel, and uh, oh wait, let's see. Wasteland says Beth wanting a drink was my favorite part. Oh boy. Dan says, okay, Wasteland and Brian need to talk more. Oh boy. Dan, I might need some backup because uh, I don't know. I might get overwhelmed. Wasteland is just throwing big punches at me, and I don't know what to do. Also, I have to focus on the episode, so oh boy. Yeah, Wasteland. I don't know. I'm sure you're just joking, but still, um, just still cannot be anyone's favorite episode. Just please no. Epic says, but yeah, Rick's speech before Herschel died was amazing and impactful. Yeah, it was. I rewatched it, and Rick is just like, we get to come back. We're not too far gone. We've done the worst type of things to stay alive. Just all of that. That is a great speech. You know what I mean? Absolutely. 1 second, guys. My phone's ringing. Hey guys, sorry I'm back. Wrong number. Man, it is almost 9 o'clock where I am, and I still get not prank calls, but just like weird numbers that call me. Um, let's see. Epic says still is an awful episode. Sorry, my opinion. Yeah, don't be sorry, Epic. We all think still is a terrible episode. It's a very bottle episode, focused on Beth and Daryl, and that's not even Daryl's best. Um, I don't know, portrayal of his character. Uh, okay, Matt's asking Wasteland something. Dan says the governor's speech gives me chills. Um, are you talking about when he's on the tank, Dan, or when he's convincing the group to take over the prison? Because which one gives you chills? Wasteland sends this Friday. Cam in. Okay, yeah, I didn't know you guys knew each other. You both do shows? I didn't know that. Um, sorry. Wasteland says, I don't get why everyone hates the episode titled Swear. I think it is a great story for Tara's character. Um, well, Wasteland, there's a million reasons why Swear is terrible. One, they introduced Oceanside way too early. Two, it's a bottle episode. It does nothing for the story. Three, they have Heath disappear, and he never shows up again on the show. Oh, plus that fake out with the zombie that looked like him. Um, everyone, I did not like anyone from Oceanside except Cindy. She was okay. Everyone else was terrible. Um, that's already if you can how should I say this? If you can have a rebuttal to all of those criticisms, Wasteland, um, I will consider Swear not being that bad. But yeah, those are my issues with Swear. And Dan says, "Come on, Wasteland." Yeah, I agree. Um, Matt says the Armand White of The Walking Dead. I'm not sure what that is. Wasteland says season 7 greater than season 4. Dude, Wasteland. Seriously, man. I get it. You're probably a jokester kind of YouTuber, but seriously, man. You got to be serious once in a while. There's no way. I cannot believe that. 1 second. Season 7 is the worst season of The Walking Dead. And by the way, guys, I watched Dan's rewrite of season um, 7, episode 5, and it's based on Swear. And Dan does it so much better, like than Scott Gimple, the way he did it. So Dan, thank you once again for that rewrite. That was a great rewrite. Man, like if I can go back in time, like we would have put you as the writer instead of Gimple. Dan says, yeah, pranks are so annoying. Let's see. Wasteland says, I get prank or fake calls 24/7. and it's so annoying. Yeah, that's true. I guess it was just, yeah, it's just I don't know. It's oh boy, and it stinks for me because right now I am trying to look for a different job. So when I answer a call and it's um not a voicemail, but like an automatic message or someone messing with me, it just stinks. Matt says, same dude, pranks suck. Yeah, they sure do, Matt. Let's see. Epic says, by the way, one thing I don't get is they based a supply Dropbox around Oceanside, which was a bad idea. Wait, I'm sorry, Epic. Can you say that again? Wait, by the way, one thing I don't get is they based a supply Dropbox around Oceanside, which was a bad idea. Yeah, Epic, can you explain that a little bit more? I'm sorry. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm not sure which one you're referring to exactly. Dan says, Wasteland, don't watch my videos, then. You'll disagree with everything, trust me. Yeah, exactly, Dan. The same thing with me. Like, he'll probably disagree with um, all my videos. Wasteland says, oh yeah, man, I saw your rewrites. I love those, man. Oh, okay. So Wasteland is being serious right here, right here. Good. I was getting worried there, but glad to see the jokes are over. Dan says, "Oh, cool. I didn't know you watched my channel. Thanks for watching." Wasteland says, "Yeah, dude, I love him, man. Keep up the work." Yeah, man, it's gonna stink when Dan has to take a break after episode 8. But I completely understand. Rewriting the second half is probably gonna take a little bit longer than the first half. Because the first half there's easy fixes. The second half, it's gonna be a little trickier. Matt says Wasteland is such a great guy, and Wasteland thanks him. Let's see. Epic says, July's supply Dropbox was Oceanside team. Bad idea. Oh, that's what you meant, Epic. Sorry. Yeah, I know what the one you're talking about. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I saw it from Ryan's The Walking Dead channel, and yeah, what were they thinking? They gave another Daryl and a bunch of Oceanside stuff. Like, AMC needs to understand we do not like Oceanside. It's just not a good community. It's like second to the garbage people, Just ugh. Let's see. Dan says, I'll check out your channel, Wasteland. And Wasteland says, thank you, dude. Much appreciated. And Dan says, I'm currently writing season 7, episode 15, so I'm almost done. Oh wow, Dan. Great job, man. Um, like I'm impressed, man. You're working real hard on the rewrites. Okay, so the governor has Michonne and Herschel captive, and he's gonna hold them hostage to get to prison. And Herschel tries to say that they can live together, and and the governor is not listening. But he mentions a good point where he says like, you're a good man, Herschel, better than Rick, and it's like, Herschel said that Rick's changed. We can still live together at the prison, but the governor doesn't believe it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think he's afraid of Rick's group. I just think that he knows that they'll just stab him in his sleep. But Herschel makes a very great point. He said, like, you know what it's like to have a daughter. How can you threaten someone else's? And I love the governor's line here. Like, did you guys get chills when the governor said this? He said, because they're not mine. Like, oh my goodness. Like, or because they are mine. Just like, man, that is just awesome. That is why I love the governor. He is not some cartoon, like Saturday cartoon villain where he's gonna tell you his plan and laugh. Like he's not that kind of villain. That's what I love. He is just so cold that, like, you know what I mean? Like the governor, there could be a dying man begging for a little bit of water before he dies. You know what I mean? Like he's bitten in the neck and he's about to die. And the governor can just still say no with a cold face. Like, man, just that is a great villain. The governor, he's in his own way smart. He's tactical, but he doesn't let things get to him. But he's just so cold. Like, that's what I love. Like, it's good. It's awesome when stories have that just one villain that just don't let things get to them personally. They just do something for their own benefits. and they just show no humanity. You know what I mean? Just like, man, that is awesome. Let's see. Dan says the Daryl pop was so cheap. LOL. Yeah, I agree, Dan. It's like, for Pete's sake, it's like there is a billion Daryl pops. Like, AMC, stop. Give us a Jerry or a Connie. Just stop with the Daryl pops. We get it. You know, it's oversaturation at this point. Wasteland says I do like All Out War better than Whisper War, to be honest. Yeah, definitely in the comic. Absolutely. Dan says All Out War is better in the comics, but in the show, Whisper War all the way. Yeah, I think I agree, Dan. We'll see how Angela Kang ends the Whisper War with episode 16. I hope she does a good job. Fingers crossed. Wasteland says Funko Pops are very overrated, in my opinion. I agree with that, Wasteland. Like, I actually do agree with you on this one. Guys, I have no Funko Pops whatsoever. I don't own a single Funko Pop because I don't want one. They take up a lot of space, and the way they have the big heads, it's just not for me. You know, I like the realistic looking action figures of The Walking Dead. And honestly, I don't have the money for the Funko Pops. Let's see. Dan says, don't watch my collection videos then. They're taking over my room. That's funny, Dan. Well, at least you're not like Ryan, you know. He does. I mean, I think he did like only Funko Pops videos for like months to like a year. Oh boy, that was. I had to take a break from his channel. I just couldn't do it with the Funko Pops anymore. Epic says, like the comic version, he's better than the comic version. Oh, you mean like the TV version, Epic? I think that's what you meant to say. Matt says Funkos are amazing, bro. I'm sorry, Matt. I just don't see the appeal. It's just not for me, honestly. Wasteland says, I just can't wait to get the Whisper War over so we can get to the New World Order stuff. Yeah, me too, Wasteland. I just want this the Whisper stuff to be over. We have been waiting months for this finale. Just please end it already. I'm dying for that finale. Dan says, by the way, I felt so bad for Rick in this episode. I honestly thought the first time I watched this, that Rick was going to die. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I knew Rick wasn't going to die, but, yeah, the fact that he got grazed in the leg, like, that was crazy with the bullet. Man, I got to get back to the episode. Wasteland says, and beta casting could be a bit better. Yeah, I think it could be. Maybe. Could they have gotten someone a little bit taller? Yeah, maybe. Does it still work? Is it still better than Corey Hawkins as Heath? Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I would say like it's an 8 out of 10 casting. I would say that. Let's see. Dan says Ryan Hurst is the man. And Matt says Ryan Hurst is amazing in Sons of Anarchy. And Wasteland says Angela Kang, kind of overrated. But I get it. Okay, Wasteland. Yeah, I will say Angela Kang is not perfect. She's not the perfect writer. You know, she's not like the goddess writer. And Scott Gimple is like the devil or something. No, they both have their flaws and they both have their pros. But I would say right now, I'm enjoying what Angela Kang has done more than Scott Gimple did in season 7 and 8. Epic says, like Comic Governor worked for the comic, the Comic Governor wouldn't have worked in the show. Yeah, absolutely, Epic. There's no way the Comic Governor would have worked in the show. Not one bit. He was just too despicable, and what he did to his niece as a zombie, that would never go past the censors. Let's see. Dan says, rest in peace to Governor. Seriously, he was an amazing villain. Dan says, what do you think the ratings will be for the finale? At this point, it has to be good. Yeah, I don't know, Dan. That is a good question. Let me check something. So the tower had the tower had 3.49 million views, and let me check the season 9 finale real quick. Let me just check it real quick. The Storm had... No, not Carl Grimes. I hate this computer so much. Why does it take me to Carl Grimes? How does it do this? A brand new computer just glitches on me. Oh, man, I just can't stand this. All right, so the storm had 5.2 million. I would say I think it's gonna get 5 million, Dan. I think it's gonna get around that much. 4.5 million viewers. Uh, okay, I'm getting behind. Matt says Frank Darabont is the best Walking Dead writer. He definitely has his pros and downs. Matt, I will say that. Wasteland says, am I the only one that thinks Jerry is very overrated? Like, I honestly think he's very over enthusiastic. Um, I, okay, yes, I do think he's a little bit over enthusiastic, but overrated? No, definitely not. Dan says Angela is a 9.5 out of 10 writer, in my opinion. uh, yeah, that's high, Dan. I don't know. I would say 9 out of 10. Currently. Hey, King Ken. He says Too Far Gone should have been my sad and deadly. Do you mean very sad and deadly? I'm sorry. I'm a little confused, King Ken. Matt says Angela King is a 7 out of 10 in my opinion. Yeah, that's a pretty good scale, Matt. I think I would say like 9 out of 10, or like 8.5 out of 10. Epic says that's also another thing I didn't get is the governor wanted the prison, but he did destroy it. Yeah, that's true, Epic, because he said they could fix the fences, but it's like you can't fix a fence that gets run over by a giant tank. Yeah, no way. I think the governor just didn't care. Like, he didn't think about the consequences. At this point, he just wanted to kill them all. And he even says that line, just awesome. I think those were his last words, right? Kill them all. Man, the fact that those were his last words, crazy. Uh, King Ken says issue 48 is the saddest issue, no question, even more than issue 100. Um, it's definitely up there, King Ken. Issue 48 was amazing. One problem I had with it, too many deaths. They killed off way too many characters. Robert Kirkman, um, he definitely should have at least kept a few more characters alive, at least one. Um, there was a little bit too much death in in that issue. He should have had at least another survivor. Matt says Gimple is a 6 out of 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. Matt says, and Darabont is a 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's a good one. I agree. Wasteland says, and I think Lori should have been around longer. So underrated. Oh wow. I was fine with her death. Honestly, Dan says Gimple is a 7 out of 10. Yeah, Dan, I think I agree with Matt. I think Gimple is 6 out of 10. Dan says Lori. Oh wow, that surprised you. Wasteland says she is a solid 6 out of 10 for me. Um, yeah, I think so too. She's definitely not the worst character in The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? Oh wait, you're saying Angela? Yeah. Yeah, Matt. Not Matt. Wasteland. I think Angela King is still better than Gimple. King Ken says I like Lori's death in the show. It was very realistic. Yeah, I agree, and it made me so sad. I'm just like, just Chandler Ricks's acting, Lauren Cohan's acting, you know, Sarah Wayne Kelly's acting, just fantastic, so well done. I actually cried. Like, this was sad. I'm just like, I didn't like Lori, but I'm like, man, this is sad, you know. Wasteland says, dude, I think season 7 and 8 are so underrated. Like, Carl had to go. Sorry, just the dude had no more story left. Wasteland, I highly disagree. Look what they did with Henry. Look what they're doing with Judith. Both of those storylines that they had, that was all Carl. Carl had way more story to tell. And plus his mom said, you're gonna live in this world. You're gonna beat it. But him dying makes that pointless. It kind of makes Lori's death pointless. You know what I mean? Let's see. Dan says the tank was great, but we should have seen just a bit more of it destroying the prison. It went by so quick. It felt like um, yeah, I kind of agree, Dan. I gotta get back to the episode if you guys would let me. Epic says also the Rick versus the Governor fight was the first fight Rick lost. Um, I mean maybe Matt, Epic. Rick he hasn't really done great in the fist fights. Um, Pete, Tyrese. I mean, just he hasn't done the greatest. Dan says Carl was better in the comics, but I still liked him in the show. Yeah, I agree, man. It's not about if Carl was better in the comic or the show. It's about how much potential TV Carl had. Carl still had way more story and potential. That was the issue. The actor wanted to stay, and they should have kept him longer. It's just simple as that. Carl was just too valuable. Sure, maybe he wasn't the best, but he was still valuable. King Ken says Laurie's baby should not have died in the comics. I think I was kind of okay with it, King Ken. I'll tell you who should not have died in the comic. Billy, Herschel's son, he definitely should not have died in issue 48. That is one of the things I will give Robert Kirkman. I think he pulled the trigger too fast, killing off Billy Green. Billy was a very interesting, relatable character in the comics. Definitely had more story, more potential, more story to tell. They definitely should have kept him around longer. Honestly, like he was kind of better even than Maggie at that point in the comics. Epic says, also love seeing that girl from the premiere return as a walker, go for a full circle. Oh yeah, that's true, Epic. Thank you for pointing that out. And in Dan's rewrite, he killed off Heath. So now I'm wondering, Dan, is Heath gonna reappear as a walker in season 7? I'm very curious if you're gonna do that at some point in your rewrite. That would be interesting. I wonder if you're gonna do that. Let's see. Dan says Rick lost his fight so bad. Poor Rick, always losing fights. LOL. Yeah, the governor had his arm was shot, or the shoulder area, but Rick still had a grazed leg and a bad hand. So yeah. Wasteland says Gimple is 8.5 for me. Oh wow, Wasteland. I can't see it. I can't see it. Dan says agreed, Epic, and King Ken says Jesse, Ron, and Sam's death was my favorite deaths. It was sad but action packed. Yeah, those were very well done deaths, King Ken. I agree. Just killing off Sam, the youngest member of the family, and then Jesse freaking out, and then Ron just blaming Rick for the death of his family, and oh man, they just wiped that whole family out. Just awesome. Like, I'll admit that Scott Gimple did that better than it was in the comic. That was better than the comic version. Dan says, I agree with Brian. Oh, thank you, Dan. Laurie's death feels a bit useless now. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because Maggie is gone from the show. I mean, she's coming back, but Maggie's been gone for a while. And then Laurie died, and Laurie was like, Judith doesn't even remember Laurie. You know what I mean? Carl, he remembers everyone. He remembers Maggie, Herschel, Beth, Rick, Daryl. He remembers all of them. Carl was there. He had so many friends. Carl had the memory of everyone they came across. But Judith, she was just a baby. She's not going to remember like any of them. So yeah. Wasteland says Ron maybe should have became the new Carl. That would be a cool twist. And GL man, I disagree, Wasteland. Absolutely disagree. Dan says Billy's death made no sense to me either. Yeah, thank you, Dan. Yeah, I agree. Killing off Herschel in the comics, that worked. But Billy, he should have survived longer, definitely. And yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, he should have survived. Absolutely. That has to be one of Robert Kirkman's, I think, biggest mistakes from the comics. Definitely killing off Billy, I would say, is in the top, like, 3 mistakes. Because Kirkman, he's an amazing writer, but he still has made some mistakes, and that's got to be up there. Dan says, Heath's story isn't over. I can't say what that means yet, but yes, is dead. I'm sure I'm confusing you. No, I kind of get it, Dan. If he comes back as a walker and oh man, what if he's a walker and then Negan is using Lucille to taint his what if he's tainting Lucille with Heath's blood? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like putting Heath's walker blood on him, like, oh man, now that would be awesome to see. I would love to see that, Dan. Don't know if you're gonna do it, but that would be awesome. Just pointing it out. Epic says also the open to this episode was awesome. I love the governor theme. Yeah, me too. Dan agrees. Epic says, also my opinion, killing Beth so soon after Herschel was a mistake. Yeah, I agree, Epic. They could have put her in Alexandria. That could have worked as a storyline. Wasteland says, yeah, the governor had amazing theme. I'm glad that we're agreeing again, Wasteland. I think that's two now. Let's see. Dan says, I like to talk all to you into doing something, and I don't know how to talk about it. Love that scene. Yeah, that is a good scene. Let's see. King Ken says Herschel only died because of Billy. Um, and you say Billy was killed, so he gave up on escaping. Yeah, I know King Ken, but I feel like what they should have done, they could have done. Kurtman could have had Billy get grazed in the head with by a bullet, and then it looks like he's dead. And then Herschel gives up and then dies. But then we find out that Billy did survive. The fall to prison, but he's bleeding from the head a little bit. Just something like that. Or they could have had it where him and Billy are running, and then Herschel's the one that gets shot instead, but Billy keeps running, and that's it. Like that's how the issue. We don't see what happens to him. They should not have killed off Billy. They should have done that. Let's see. Dan says we may see Heath again. I cannot wait, Dan. I cannot wait. King Ken says, "Who do you guys? Wait. Who do you like more, guys? Billy or Beth?" Oh boy, King Ken, definitely Billy. Definitely Billy. I don't hate Beth in the show, but Billy was a way better character in the comic, and he should have definitely appeared instead of Beth in the show. He was very interesting and relatable. He was a young guy willing to kill, do whatever it takes to provide for his friends and family. Not provide, protect them. And he didn't make like stupid mistakes. He didn't get people killed, and he was just a loyal, nice young survivor with the group. And it's just it's yeah. I mean, he was just a fantastic character. Do I think he's in the top 10 best characters from the franchise? No, not really. But I do think, let's be honest, he's probably like the best member of the family, or the second biggest member of the family besides Maggie in the comics. So yeah, they could have done better with that. Dan says Michonne predicted the future. She killed the governor. Kind of. LOL. Yeah. Wasteland says they need to introduce the pacifists into the show. Some of the best part of Morgan's story and his legacy. Oh, no. Dan says, Billy, I hated Beth. Yeah, I agree with the first one, Dan. Yeah, Billy was just way better than Beth. Didn't hate Beth, but yeah, I mean, she doesn't compare. Epic says, also, I'm glad that TV Maggie didn't hang herself in the show. That made comic Maggie look so weak. I prefer TV Maggie. Yeah, I agree, Epic. And I need to get back to the episode. Dan says, you must love Fear the Walking Dead Wasteland. LOL. Yeah, he probably does, Dan. King Ken says, Beth is a girl, Billy. Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not King Ken. Billy, he cared. He helped around the group. He protected them, when it came to when the governor attacked, and he held his own. I mean, sure, he still died, but he's just a better character. Like, Beth is not the girl version of Billy. Like, no way. Like, Billy was tougher, I think. Dan says Billy worked better as a character. He should have been in the show, honestly. Yeah, absolutely, Dan. And it's crazy. I know it's like almost 9 years, too late, but still, that is a mistake that season 2 had. Just why not have Billy? I don't know. That was weird. Wasteland says, yeah, Fear very underrated. IMO season 5 is better than 3. Just my opinion. Season 3 wasn't entertaining at all. I do not agree with that, Wasteland. Dan says season 5A was okay, but season 4B was awful. And you say sorry. King Ken says, what, Fear the Walking Dead season 3 was the best season? No. Yeah, it was. I think season 3 was the best season. Dan says, you have your own opinion, but it's okay. But yeah, I didn't like season 5. Let's see. Epic says, like, between this episode and volume 8 made suffer. Which do you prefer, Brian? Oh, wow. Epic, this is tough, but I'm just going to say right off the bat, as far as this episode, and that's kind of hard to say, like, volume 8, because that's a whole volume, but I will say, Epic, I think I preferred the TV version, and hear me out. I think this is better than volume 8 or like issue 48 because I think in the show they chose They were smart with who they killed off in the comic. Uh, Robert Kirkman definitely killed off way too many characters. He killed off Axel, Patricia. That was fine, but then Lori, Judith, and then Herschel, Billy, and like I said, shouldn't have done Billy. He killed off Tyrese too, and it's like, man, like Robert Kirkman's like just taking everybody out, and it's like um, a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Just too much. Like Robert Kirkman went a little bit overboard. You know what I mean? The show could the show have had more? Yeah, but I think this still does work. I think it works better, honestly, because it really shows more of an even fight. Whereas in the comic, um, it just felt the fight felt very one sided. You know what I mean? Let's see. Wasteland says, "Yeah, man. 3 to 5, IMO." Uh, okay. King Ken says season 5 was um, yeah, King Ken. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that I don't. I'm sorry, but uh, yeah, I don't. I'm sorry, but I have to remove that. King Ken, I'm sorry, but please, no cursing in my chat. Um, if you have a different opinion, that's fine, but please, no cursing at each other or please. I hope you understand. Um, let's be respectful, please, and just move on. Dan says Made to Suffer was great. Yeah, that's true. Dan says Too Far Gone was better because it was just meant for TV more so than a comic, in my opinion. Yeah, Dan, I just think Too Far Gone. They knew they killed off the right characters, Herschel and the governor. That was it felt very even. They lost to prison, but in the comic, the governor's people they survived. So yeah, a little bit. It was too much in the comic. Kurtman went too far with Rick losing, with the group losing. King Ken says sorry for the swearing. That's okay, King Ken. I'm not banning you. Nothing like that. Um, but yeah, for the future, please no swearing, no anything like that. Um, and we can move on. So yeah, it's all right. No harm done. Just let's just remember that. All right. So Epic says, yeah. Also, the comic, his henchmen were more memorable. In the show comics, they were forgettable. Wait, you say yeah. Also, the governor, his henchmen were more memorable in the show comics. They were forgettable. Um, yeah. Are you talking about Martinez and Schrumpert? I think. Um, I would say it was fine. I would say it was okay. Let's see. King Ken says, but season was so bad, man. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. Let's see. Wasteland says my show is gonna have a lot of pacifism, so if you guys don't like that stuff, you won't like my show. Well then I can't watch it, Wasteland. I'm sorry. I don't like um pacifist characters. I do not like that. I like characters um okay, I like characters like Glenn, like Rick, Daryl, Carl, uh, Comic Billy, or my own character, my own custom fan made character Benjamin. No, not the one from the TV show, but like yeah, I like characters who have people they care about that they love, want to protect, and will do whatever it takes to protect them. And you know, just like those kind of characters, they have a limit, they have a breaking point. Um, you know what I mean? And they kind of do take some chances once in a while, but they also don't. Like they're mixed. They're a great character. I like those characters. I love great characters. I do like some pure good characters too. Like Olivia, Herschel. I like and Mika. I love sweet characters too, but not a whole lot of them. They're sweet in small doses. Dan says, I love the panic the characters feel when they hear the governor arrive. So good. Epic says, Merle and Martinez. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Woodbury was fantastic in the show. I loved Woodbury. It looked great compared to the comic. Matt says, I'll support your show no matter what, Wasteland. And let's see, you thank him. And Wasteland says, no, I'm joking. The whole thing is about revenge, all seriousness. Okay, that's good. Well, I mean, that's not good, but that's entertaining at least. Um, 1 second, guys. I think my Wasteland says Merle died too soon, man. Yeah, I guess he kind of did. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I gotta get my charger. Be right back, guys. I need to plug in my charger so my laptop doesn't die on us. Be right back. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. My laptop is all plugged in now. Uh, wait a minute. Dad says Benjamin would be a great character in The Walking Dead, maybe in the rewrite. Huh. Interesting, Dan. But one issue is in your season 7 rewrite, you already have I think you already have the Kingdom Benjamin. You know, the younger guy. So I don't know if that's how would that work, Dan? Unless you renamed him, but I don't know. Um, that is interesting. Yeah, Dan, I am very curious now. I am doing what that emoji you put is doing. I'm putting my hand on my chin because I am thinking right now. Interesting, Dan. You have piqued my interest, but that is a bit of an issue. Like, how would there already is Benjamin in your rewrite, so how would that work? Um, yeah, that's um, I mean, if there was I mean, if like a character like if I can go back in time and rewrite season 5 and put Benjamin in it, obviously I wouldn't have Benjamin from the Kingdom. Obviously, I wouldn't have done that because that would be just too many Benjamins. Let's see. Wasteland says, "Bro, Dan, I would have had him be a Pike Death." Uh, oh yeah, you're talking about the Kingdom Benjamin, I think. Oh no, wait, are you talking about Merle? Dan says Merle died way too soon. Yeah, I agree. Wasteland World says Benjamin. Wait, are you talking about him? Now I'm confused. Wasteland, if you don't know, it's just this was a character I created um, around 5 years ago. Um, he's around 20 years old, and his name is Benjamin, and I just had this idea where he comes across the group in The Walking Dead, and like he's not like or he's not like TV Benjamin, he's not like that. So he's like a 20-year-old battle hardened survivor. You know what I mean? He's like he's killed plenty of walkers, people, but he's like an ally to Rick's group, and he's great at killing walkers or people if he has to, and he comes from multiple groups, and he's the only survivor from those groups. So he has a lot of experience with like threats when it comes to living the dead, and but he has some flaws. He has moments of distrust. Like he's not very trustworthy. I mean, he's not trusting towards other survivors, and um, he does have moments where he might go far, like to protect the ones he cares about, and he does like have like PTSD or like nightmares about his past experiences. So yeah, he's like that kind of character. Um, yeah, I've had that idea in my head for a while, and um, but yeah. Um, Epic says also it was sad seeing them lose that awesome car. Always will be iconic. Yeah, that's true, Epic. They should have had the car survive. Dan says if he survived that long, I can understand that. Epic says also Morgan and Clear kind of foreshadowed this because he said to Rick, "You'll be torn apart by teeth or bullets." Wasteland World says, "Oh, I meant Kingdom Ben." Oh, okay. Um, yeah. I don't know. I think. Are you talking about he should have been a Pike victim? I will say they should not have killed off Benjamin, the Kingdom one, that soon in season 7. But Pike victim death, I think it would have been better. But I would have just kept him around maybe even longer than that. And you say, my bad. And Dan says, I love Morgan, but come on, dude. What's it going to be? Clear or peace? Seriously, writers. Yeah, absolutely, Dan. They gotta find a middle ground. Matt says the three best YouTube apocalypse show main characters. Matt, you say Jamie Grimes. Oh, Grimes, huh? David Forrester and Roadwolf, huh? Interesting. That's in no order, by the way. All right, so I should really get back to the episode. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the governor says goodbye to he says goodbye to Megan, and yeah, we have that. We have Glenn and Maggie talking. Daryl is mad that Rick banished Carol. I think that Daryl would have went after Carol. I think that he would have taken a car if the governor didn't attack. I think Daryl would have taken a car and went after Carol. I don't think he would have been okay with Rick's decision to ban Carol, because as Rick said, she killed two of our own, Karen and David. Yeah, I mean, just I was kind of feeling with Rick. I'm like, yeah, she killed Karen, and that other guy, David, whoever he was, just like, yeah. Let's see. Wasteland says, agree, dude. And hey, Spyro, he says, by the way, Clear is another an awesome episode. Yes, true. And I'm glad you're here, man. I haven't seen you in a while. At least I don't think. But yeah, thanks for coming to my stream, man. I appreciate it. Dan says, yeah, Clear was great. And Matt says, LOL, Spyro is great. Yeah, I used to play Spyro when I was a little kid. Well, the dragon. Dan says Daryl looking for Carol would have made a lot of sense. Yeah, I definitely think he would have done it, Dan. If the governor didn't attack, he would not have liked Rick's decision. He would have went after Carol. And that's what I like about them. They're best friends in a way. It's not romantic, but it's just they care for each other. They have each other's backs. Wasteland says Clear was just there to reintroduce some Morgan and was very cheap IMO, but I respect your opinion. I will say Wasteland, like Clear, the whole crazy Morgan, that was fine. But then the whole pacifist Morgan, that was too far. You know what I mean? Spyro says, also, I'm sorry, but the death of Megan was so dumb and pathetic, also made Lily look like a terrible mom. Yeah, that's kind of true, Spyro. The way that, I get it, there was a walker, but Lily should have she should have went down the RV when Megan was calling for her and just say something like, I'm coming. And, and just, she should have been near her daughter, like a lot closer, and then poor Megan, she got bit, I guess died. Dan says, David is more in the background than even Scott. He's just, simply not in the show. LOL. Yeah, I know. Hey Dan, in your rewrite, for season 7, I wonder if you're going to have it, where Scott finds out Heath is dead. Because Sasha, she lost Abraham, and now Scott lost his best friend Heath. So I wonder how you're going to do that. That would be interesting. Let's see. Wasteland says, I know, I hate pacifists. I mean, like, okay, so I don't hate pacifists in real life, but as far as, like, in a Walking Dead story, like, characters like drama, revenge, it's not good. It's not good writing. It's not interesting. It's not entertaining. I would never in my story, or if I wrote a story, I would never have a pacifist character because it's just not entertaining. It's not fun to see. Great characters are the best, because they're good. They have a good heart. They care about, innocent people, but they will kill if they have to, that's what makes the best characters. Dan says Megan's death was a bit weird, I'll admit. Yeah, it went by so quick, Dan, you know what I mean? Matt says Megan is only in the show so the governor can lose her and make him go crazy to attack the prison. Yeah, that's true, Matt, but they did it when the governor was attacking the prison. So at first, I think the governor was just like, we're going to take the prison. But then when Megan dies, he's just like, kill them all. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. He lost pretty much the main reason for wanting to take the prison. So now he just is like, might as well get the revenge, I suppose. Wasteland says pacifist in The Walking Dead is like carrots in my chicken soup, noodle soup, not needed. Yeah. I don't know, Wasteland, I think pacifist in The Walking Dead, I think that's like glass in a bowl of soup, Dan says Scott and Sasha will have more scenes together, and yes, Scott will find out about Heath. Believe me, Scott matters in my story. LOL. Thank you, Dan. I'm glad because I cannot understand why Scott Gimple did not write everyone finding out that Heath is gone forever. You know what I mean? Like did Tara not tell everyone that Heath is gone? Like Scott was his best friend. I mean, he didn't even care. I mean, just oh boy, and like, and then Scott's son, and just don't even get me started on that. Just what is with Scott not caring about people in his life? That's so weird. Wasteland says the governor should have lingered on into 5A. Oh, I don't think so, Wasteland. It was perfect timing. They shouldn't have stretched it out too much. Spyro says like pacifists wouldn't be so bad if they weren't forced. Like Daniel was a strong character, then he's a pacifist out of nowhere. Yeah, absolutely, Spyro. I saw that picture where he's giving Jenny a haircut, Virginia, and that is not Daniel. That is not Daniel Salazar. Daniel Salazar will not give a haircut to a villain. That is not him. He would rather stab you with scissors than cut your hair. That is not him. I mean, just come on. What are these writers doing? Dan says, I actually think the governor's death was perfect where it was. Yeah, me too, Dan. It's just perfect timing. Like, it had to happen here. It was perfect. So yeah, the characters are talking. Tyrese finds the dead rat. And, Bob and Sasha talk. And then, the governor comes in with the tank. They hear the explosion. Rick tries to talk to him. And yeah, we have Megan's death. The governor is, still talking to running out of time. The characters are trying to leave, get on the bus. And then Rick goes down and gives that speech. And honestly, like, I think he should have given up the prison. Honestly, I think that what they should have done is, they really should have just bought some time. They really should have just got everyone they could, hurried out of the bus, get all the women, children, elderly, get them out first as quick as possible, and then Rick goes down to talk with them. And maybe they could have went somewhere. They could have said like, okay, let's have a meetup point. Like the group should have discussed this. They should have been like, okay, let's meet at the highway or Herschel's farm. Let's have a plan. Take the bus goes there. We'll catch up with them maybe. Just something like that. They should have done more. I don't know. It's just small nitpicks. But Rick's speech came and that was great. Let's see. Dan says, Dan says Scott is too much in the background to care about Marcus and Heath. Yeah, that's true. Man, whatever happened to Marcus? I'll admit, Angela King, why did you have him forget he had a son? Wasteland says, have to disagree, man. The governor should have been a season 3 type of thing. Oh, man. Wasteland, okay. I agree. If each season was 6 episodes, yes, then he could have been a 3-season kind of villain. But 3 seasons? Look what happened with Negan. They did that for 3 seasons, and look how bad it looked. How bad it was, Let's see. Matt says, oh no, Scott is back in the discussion again. Don't worry, Matt. He won't stay for long. I'll make sure of it. Spyro says, also, I know season 4B was slow, but the Grove Man, what a dark episode. Yeah, I agree, Spyro. That was a fantastic episode. Well done. Amazing episode. Love the Grove. But every other episode, besides the finale, I guess, man, they were so slow. The Beth, the Maggie, all those episodes, just so slow. Matt says, I wish there was a Plague episode tonight. Oh, okay. So there isn't one tonight. Okay. Let's see. Dan says, I love that speech from Rick. Rick is my favorite character, especially in scenes like that. Yeah, you won't have Daryl making speeches like that. Let's see. Matt also wishes there was a Plague episode tonight. Oh, I'm hurt, guys. Come on. Am I not just as good as the Plague? Okay, that came out so wrong. I apologize. I did not think about the words I just said. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. You guys miss it. Matt says, I want to see what happens to Jim. Oh, okay. You guys are still talking about that. Matt says, you want to bet he's a possible villain. Okay, Dan says the Grove. I said the Groove. Wrong thing, Brian. Dan says the Groove was brutally awesome. LOL. Yeah, I agree, Dan. Just a brutal episode. Could they have done more? Could they have sprinkled in a little bit of Rick and Carl or something else, yeah, I think they could have, but well done. That is one of the best episodes in the second half. Absolutely. Um, man, just brutal. Uh, let's see. Same here, dude. Okay, you guys are talking about that. Okay, so I already talked about that. Rick gives a speech, and man, just the way the governor, he says, Rick says, we can come back. I know we can all change. Just we're not too far gone. And the way the governor lowers the katana, you just, for a second, you're like, is he going to believe it? You know what I mean? I think a part of the governor was believing it, but just the fact that the governor is like, liar, and then cuts Herschel, just, oh man, oh, it breaks my heart. Um, and everyone just opens fire. Rick screams, shoots the governor. Carl shoots. Everyone is shooting. Rick gets shot, grazed in the leg, and the governor gets shot in the arm. It's just complete chaos. And oh man, the Herschel's still being alive, and then the governor, you know, uh, goes to him and just finishes him off. Oh man, just and then Maggie and Beth's reactions, just like, oh man, and Tara too. Tara is just like in shock. You know what I mean? Just and then after the governor does it, he then sees Megan and just, I thought he was gonna freak out, but he just takes Megan and just shoots her in the brain so she doesn't turn, and he has like no emotion, like when the governor was being when he was hugging Megan, he just had so much emotion, but then when she died, just no emotion, and it's like, man, that was just so heart wrenching, sad. Uh, Hold on, guys, I'm kind of behind. I gotta catch up. Let's see. Oh no, not inspect. Stupid computer. Um, let's see. Wasteland says the plague was gonna be so good tonight. I could feel it. Spyro says, kind of sad that after all this, we lost Farmer Rick and got Savage Rick in season 5. Well, it was more interesting, Spyro. Crazy psycho serial killer Rick, much more entertaining than Farmer Rick. Dan says, the Grove, my bad. Oh no, Dan, I think you had it right. I just said the groove for a second. I'm like, why did I say the groove? you know, Matt and Wasteland, your messages were retracted. I didn't do anything. What happened? Do you guys know what they said? Dan says Rick in season 5 was so awesome. We missed you, Andrew. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I miss season 5. Rick was like one of the best Ricks, I think. Um, season 6 and 8 a little bit too crazy. Um, wait. Let's see. Dan says. Oh, wait, okay. Let me catch up. Spyro says, which is funny because in the comics, uh, Carl kills Billy, aka Lizzie, whereas the show, Carol does it. Yeah, that's true. And it's just so crazy that, like, in the comic, in the prison, there were two Billys. There was Billy, Alan's son, and then, the one that Carl kills, and then there was Billy Green. Um, and it's just crazy, but both of those Billys got cut from the show. Like, I don't understand why they did that. Like, I could understand changing the name, but man, why take out? They took out both Billies. Just that's kind of weird. Um, I don't know. Like, there were two Billies in the comics or in Rick's group, and now there's in the show they did like none of them. So or neither of them, I should say. But yeah. Let's see. Wasteland says, "Yo, what about this new community? So good, dude." Are you talking about me, Wasteland? Like the streaming community, like that we have with each other? Because if you are, like, yeah, it's fantastic. Dan says Herschel dying in front of Maggie and the others was so sad. Yeah, it really was, Dan. Just Herschel was such a kind soul. The world didn't deserve him, and it lost him. Just man, I miss Herschel so much, and rest in peace, Scott Wilson, man. Like, uh, you know, uh, yeah, man. All right, let's try to get more positive. Uh, let's see. Wasteland says, like, I love Josh community. Oh, okay. Spire says for a long time I hated the governor after this episode 6. Oh, and you say episode. Yeah, I hate the governor, but he's so entertaining to watch, like as a villain, you know. Um, let's see. Wasteland says, "Agree, dude. What an opportunity to use him." Okay, yeah, you guys are talking. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so confused. You're talking about Josh and Anthony. Um, Wasteland says we got deleted because it was not in topic. Oh, yeah, I didn't do it, Wasteland. So, if you guys are talking to each other, please do a like, please write the name of the person you're talking to, so I know. You know what I mean? If you guys can do that, that would be great. I would appreciate that. Um, okay, yeah, just if you guys are talking to a person, just yeah, just put in your chat. Dan says Rick in season 8, episode 12, where he goes after Negan was great. Too bad they didn't show how Negan actually crashed the car. Yeah, Dan. What can he do? Budget. Scott Gimple. I mean, let's be honest. He didn't use the budget very well in season 7 and season 8. Um, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I would have loved to see that, but money, you know. Yeah. So you guys are talking. Okay. Same bro. Okay, Dan says Lauren Cohan's acting was so great in this one as well. Yeah, so was Emily Kinney's Beth. Uh that was well done. Like as far as Beth episodes, this was one of Beth's. I think this is what was one of her Beth's. Like what do you guys think? Beth is not a great character, sure. But I think this was one of her best moments or best episodes from the show. You know what I mean? I absolutely think so. Let's see. Wasteland says, I'm saying we got. Oh, I'm saying we deleted it. Oh, okay. Spyro says, I guess that's the first sign that good people don't last in The Walking Dead. After Herschel died, the group became brutal. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I get it. Good people won't last in The Walking Dead, but you can still have good characters. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like, like Glenn. Like, still, I don't understand why they killed off. Um, okay, so like Beth, I just don't think it was the right time. And she was also a good she was also a good person. You know what I mean? Um, it wasn't the right time for Beth, I think, and Glenn, yeah, it definitely wasn't the right time for him. Um, plus, they were doing. I don't get it. They had Beth and Glenn. They were becoming hardened, so why kill him off? You know what I mean? I just didn't get that. So yeah, Daryl is. I don't know where everyone goes, but my goodness, Daryl is like he is killing the governor's people. He gets attacked by that walker, and Maggie and Glenn they get on the bus. Uh, okay, so yeah, then Daryl uses that grenade. So what did you guys think about this? When Daryl uses that grenade, um, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So Tara, I love this part. She was talking to her girlfriend Alicia. No, not Alicia. Elisa, or it's like Alicia, but it's mispronounced. It's pronounced differently. And she is like, we should not be here. And her girlfriend said we are. And then Tara's like, he chopped the guy's head off with a sword. Like that is good. That is good writing. I love that. Beth, not Beth. Tara doesn't know these people, and she is just like, just like we were like so wrong about this guy. You know what I mean? Just like this was great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as far as like TV only characters, like Tara, seriously, she had one of the best introductions. Like being one of the governor's group and joining like that. Just her lines, her writing, well done in season 4. It was very well done. Alana Masterson, like, yeah. Man, I miss this. Let's see. You guys are Lauren Cohan. Matt says Lauren Cohan very underrated in my opinion. Yeah, I agree, Matt. I mean, I get it. She left the show for, um, to have more money, I guess. But Lauren Cohan, Maggie, she should have gotten paid more. I don't know how much she was asking for, but if she wasn't making at least close to what Rick and Andrew Lincoln and Norman, if she wasn't at least up there, somewhat close, then in a way I don't blame her. Daryl gets what? Norman Reedus. What does he get? $1 million per episode? Uh, and what, she gets half of that? Yeah, she should definitely get a raise. Let's see. Spyro says, like, this is how you do a double death, whereas season 7, that double death was garbage. Yeah, absolutely, Spyro. Um, this is how you do double deaths when it works for the story and it's not forced. Herschel dying, the governor dying, perfect. But when they did double deaths for Noah and Aiden, when they did it for Olivia and Spencer, when they did it for Glenn and Abraham, and then when they did it for Benjamin and Richard, so stupid. They should not have done that. Those all of them were so forced. Dan says Emily is a great actress, but just don't like the Beth character. Is my only issue. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like they should have like used Emily Kinley. They should have used her as a different character. Like just not do Beth. Just had a completely different character. You know what I mean? And Dan says Alicia. I wish. LOL. No, Dan. I mean Tara's first girlfriend in the show. She was called Alisa or something like that. Like it was very close, I think. And you say I wish, lol. No, I think she was close. She has a similar name. Spyro says The Walking Dead season 1 to 6, the Golden Age, 7 and 8, the Bad Era, season 9 and 10, the Resurrection Era. Absolutely, Spyro. That sounds legit. That sounds you hit the nail on the head there. Wasteland says I hated when she switched to our side. Like, what? Just she should have been governor through and through. I'm sorry, Wasteland. I don't agree. And I know you're talking about Tara. I disagree. I think they did a great job with Tara. Like at the beginning, like season 4, what they did, her joining, was it necessary? No, not really. But I still think it was great. Good change from the show. Dan says Alana was a great actress all the way through the series. I just think the writing in season 8 is what made the character hated. I honestly like Tara though. Yeah, me too, Dan. I don't hate the character. Like Tara, just the whole Dwight thing and just some of her lines being cringy and her kind of forgetting that she was with the governor. Just the little things like that. Just it was big in season 8, and then the bottle episode was just a little forced. And then Wasteland says I didn't like Tara acting, kinda too quirky. Yeah, but at least she's not a pacifist. Dan says I loved how Tara helped Glenn though. Yeah, and vice versa. Glenn realized he needed her help and left with her. So yeah, guys. So the governor. Oh, so when Daryl throws the grenade, I had a problem with this. When Daryl throws the grenade and kills the guys around the tank, we don't see we see the explosion, but we don't see any blood, body parts, nothing like that. And that's one gripe I have with the episode. One of my main gripes with the episode, I suppose. They should have had it. They should have showed Tara surviving that explosion, and then we just see a bloody mess. You know what I mean? They should have showed a bunch of guys just explode from that grenade. That was that. You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think? Let's see. Matt says, and Andy returns in season. Okay, you guys are still talking. Wasteland says Glenn in season 4 would have been a great death with the flu. I thought he was gonna die, but I disagree, Wasteland. Glenn could not have died in season 4 from the flu. Just no. Spyro says also Maggie wasn't pregnant, so that's an issue. Spyro says also, my opinion, I wasn't a fan of Abraham intro. Was it me? No, it's okay, Spyro, because it was a little cringy. Dan says Daryl killing the loudmouth guy was great though. Yeah, I agree, Dan. The way that he kind of surrendered and Daryl just shot him anyway, like, love that. But I think the issue I had with Daryl throwing the grenade, that wasn't the character, that was the writing. They should have had it where Daryl throws the grenade and we see a big mess, explosion, and those guys get destroyed, but their bodies just kind of like disappeared. Like that was an issue I had. Show the brutality, let's see. Oh, and you say, yeah, the Daryl scene could have been better. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I mean, you agree with me. Yeah, they could have done more with that grenade explosion. Spyro says that made Daryl too OP in my opinion. Like after this, they portrayed him as a god or something, where as he's supposed to be human. Yeah, that's true, Spyro. they kind of were overdoing it with Daryl, I suppose. Wasteland says Rick could have died in season 5, would be great. Then Daryl takes the group to Alexandria, and you say as the leader, baby carriage and or whatever, and then Tyrese goes with Lizzie and Mika, and yeah, that's and then Rick and Carl are upset, they're crying, and Rick says, "Don't look back, Carl, just keep walking." And the way the music just plays and it just shows the prison just gone forever. The prison is overrun and it is just damaged beyond repair. There's no way they can fix it. It's so sad, but it's just, man, what an episode. And so yeah, guys, that's it for my throwback review on Too Far Gone, the season 4 mid-season finale. So like I said, this episode was amazing. Fantastic stream. Fantastic episode. And yeah, guys, I actually do have to end the stream in about 10 minutes. I have to do some stuff, and I'm actually going to be working all day tomorrow. So I got to get up bright and early. So yeah, guys, I hope you all understand. So yeah, in about 10 minutes, I really have to leave. Let's see. Dan says, oh, wow, it's 10:02. Yeah, guys, I got to leave soon. Dan says, I disagree. Wasteland Rick should have been the leader till the end. Yeah, I agree, Dan. I mean, could you have still killed off Rick during the Whisper storyline, or could you have given him a different death? Yeah, they could have. But killing off Rick too soon is a bad idea. Like, you know what I mean? Worse than Carl. King Kent says, when No Way Out first came out, I thought Jesse survived because you never see her die, but I was just being dumb. Oh, okay. Yeah, she was dead. Yeah. Wasteland says, all right, I'm gonna go. Good night. Ami? Huh. All right, Wasteland. Hope to see you next time, man. Take care and have a good night. Spyro says, like maybe the blood in the baby seat was Tyrese's blood. He did have an injury. Yeah, that's true, but did he really have that much blood though? Did he really bleed that much? That's a good point, Spiral. I will consider that the canon option. I will consider that have been Tyrese's blood instead. He picks up Judith, but then some of the blood from his arm or whatever just falls on the chair or so yeah. Thank you, Spiral, for clarifying that, because yeah, that's probably what it was. But it was a little unclear because it kind of looked like a lot more than a small injury. Dan says goodnight, and yeah, King Ken, you also say goodnight. Dan says, thanks for the stream, man. Glad you enjoyed the rewrite today. Oh, absolutely, Dan. I love your rewrites. They're definitely my favorite. They're definitely my favorites of your videos that have came out in a while. Like, I enjoy them so much. Because all we're getting is just right now we're just waiting for the Rick movies, the finale. But these rewrites just take me back, and I'm just like, man, this is awesome. I can't wait to see what else you do. Let's see. Matt says, that Wasteland guy, what a weirdo, LOL. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And it'd be funny. It would be so funny if Wasteland just came back and said, I forgot and something, and then he says, oh, you guys saying I'm weird. Like, that would be funny. Yeah, yeah, Wasteland definitely had. He was definitely something else. I'll say that. His opinion, I really did not see that coming. Absolutely. Dan says, yeah, he's unique. I'll agree with that. LOL. And Ken, you say, I know, right? Spyro says, but yeah. Oh, wait, Ken. No, Spyro says, but yeah, I don't get why Rick didn't hop in the car and leave. Yeah, you're talking about the green one. Yeah, I wonder why. Wasteland says, dude, I'm literally still here. Yeah, I know, Wasteland. Like, that's funny. I knew you would come back. I'm just like, yeah, Wasteland. Yeah, he was such a weird guy. And I'm just kidding. But it's like, and then like, I knew you were going to come back. I knew you were going to be like, guys, I'm still here. And then all of us would be like, yeah, like Dan is doing, the shocked faces. Like, we didn't say anything. Yeah. And let's see, you guys say sorry. Sorry, bro. King Ken says he Fear season 5. And Wasteland says, "Wow, guys, oh boy." And then King Ken says, "Oof, bye, guys." Yeah, this might be a good time to end the stream. Dan is very shocked. King Ken is smiling. Spyro says, like my opinion, the Walking Dead comics are perfect, no flaws, whereas the show has always had a bumpy road. Yeah, that's okay. That's mostly true, Spyro. I will say, the comics had some flaws. Um, Robert Kirkman, when he killed off Billy in issue 48, that was a flaw. He shouldn't have done it. There was more story. I think he definitely should have been kept around longer. Um, the fact that we never got to see Oceanside, just a couple of nitpicks, like what happened to the kingdom. We never really got to see the kingdom after Ezekiel's death, or we got to see very little of it. I would have liked to see more. Just flaws like that. Wasteland says, "Nah, cool," and Spyro says, "The road." Yeah, I know. And Wasteland says, "Bye." All right, Wasteland. All right, see you, man. Have a good night. And yeah, man, we're just joking. Well, most of us. Yeah. King Ken says, "All right, good night." Matt says, "Dude, Wasteland, you're actually a cool guy." Yeah, I know. Like Wasteland, we're just kidding around. Dan says, "Thanks for the stream. This was very entertaining." um, well, thank you, Dan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. I did not expect this one bit. This was a very interesting stream. Wasteland says, "JK, thanks guys. Love you all." Love you all. Well, thanks, Wasteland. I'm glad we fixed this little hiccup in the chat. But yeah, man. Yeah. I hope you can come next stream. I'm not sure when it's gonna be, but I'm gonna try and do one next week about Days Gone By. Matt says, "Yeah, this save Wednesday for me. LOL." I'm glad, Matt. Wasteland says, "See ya." Okay, Wasteland. Take care, man. Have a good night and be safe. Wash your hands, wear face mask, all that stuff. Dan says, "Same, Matt. LOL." Spyro says, "But still, I'll always be a hardcore fan, Walking Dead fan since day one, and I'll always will be." Yeah, same, Spyro. I won't quit until I see that finish line. Absolutely. Dan says, "Yeah, I'll definitely watch The Walking Dead till the end." Absolutely, Dan. I just want to see that finish line. I want to see where the show ends. It just cannot be like Game of Thrones, Dan says, "Why do I feel like Wasteland isn't gone?" LOL. Dan, he's probably waiting to see. He's probably waiting to see if we're gonna talk more about him behind his back. He's probably just wants to be 100% sure. So yeah. Matt says probably ain't. Yeah, it says it says in my chat that there's 4 watchers right now, so I think that's including me. So, yeah, I don't know. He might be gone. Dan says, "I'm calling it. He's still here." LOL. Yeah, that's funny. Spyro says, like this is the show. I grew up with it. I'm staying with it. Yeah, same, Spyro. I love this show. It's my favorite show of all time. The Walking Dead will always be my favorite show. It beats everything else. It beats Flash, Teen Wolf, Vikings, Game of Thrones. Now, does it beat Avatar? I'm not sure. It's up there, but I loved Avatar. I am a huge Avatar fan. Dan says, I started this show in 2013. I've been here a while, LOL. Matt says, I started in 2015. Wow, guys. I started in 2010. I'm not joking. I started at the very, very beginning. Dan says, is Vikings good? I haven't seen it. Kind of, Dan. It's kind of like the poor version of Game of Thrones. What I mean by that is the first 5 seasons are like, they're kind of like if Game of Thrones had a lower budget. But then it starts getting a little bit, the show starts getting a little repetitive and not really the best. I would say, Dan, I would say no rush. Just take your time. If you have some free time, maybe see what you think. But I would say at the moment, I don't really recommend it. There's with your channel and everything, just continue with that. I think that's probably a better use of your time at the moment, if I had to say. It's not terrible, just not the greatest thing ever, you know. Spyro says I started in 2010 when was 12. That's crazy. And you say was 12 when I started. Now 23. Yeah, the same, man. Um, yeah, the same, Spyro, except I'm 24. Matt says that's crazy, Spyro. Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. So I want to thank you all so much for coming tonight. I think Epic. Yeah, Epic left. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for. We actually went an hour and 40 minutes. Oh wow, an hour and 41 minutes actually in a few seconds. But yeah, Dan, I want to thank you, Matt, Spyro, and Wasteland, Epic, King Ken. I want to thank you guys so much. Absolutely. You guys are amazing. You know, I love you all, you guys, but not in a weird way, obviously. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you so much for coming to my stream. I can't wait for the next one. Like I said, I'm not sure when it's gonna be, but hopefully sometime next week if I'm free. I will try, and we will go over Days Gone. Yeah, Days Gone By, the very first episode of The Walking Dead, the series premiere. So yeah, guys, yeah, thank you so much, and let's see. Dan says, yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things from Vikings. It can't be as good as Fear. No, it can't be as bad as Fear. LOL. Um, it's like it's kind of like it's kind of like Fear was to the Walking Dead main show, and Vikings is like Game of Thrones. So like Fear is the poor Walking Dead, and Vikings is kind of like the poor Game of Thrones. I'll just say that. Dan says, good night, guys. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Dan. And yeah, guys, take care and have a good night. Spyro says, by the way, oh, Spyro says, by the way, I am Epic. This is my gaming channel. Oh, wow, Epic. I am so sorry. I guess I forgot. I guess it's been a while since you've used that, your gaming, channel in my chat. So, sorry about that. I'll try to remember that. Um, yeah, because we thought you were new. No, no, that was Wasteland. Matt says, ciao, guys. And Dan says, see you guys soon. And Spyro says, bye. See you next stream, bro. Thank you, guys. And yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Take care, guys. Have a good night and be safe.